My name's Craig Sullivan. I work at Criterion Studios. I'm the game designer on Airblade, which is going to be published by Sony. It's going to be out in November of this year. I'm just going to give you a quick run through of level 2. We've got the lead character starting off here in the city environment. This level's all about surveillance, and basically you're trying to smash up things. This kind of sinister company is trying to get hold of the board that you've just kind of come by. You know, you've not really stolen it, it's just come into your possession. So you've got these wanted posters here. They're looking for you, and the best thing you could do to not get caught by the company is obviously to smash them up. While you're going around, you'll kind of notice that I can do quite a lot of stunts and stuff. There's a lot of fun. I can do things like spinning around poles, a lot of new things. Spend a lot of time with the way that the board moves through the world, so it doesn't feel like a skateboard, it doesn't feel like a snowboard, it feels like an Airblade, you know. It's kind of a lot of time was spent on control. You notice that you've got an arrow at the top of the screen that's kind of pointing to what you're supposed to be doing next. You've also got this cat lady who's one of your sidekicks, who's basically helping you out, trying to show you what to do next. If I just plainly follow the arrow, you can see that she's trying to tell me to smash these cameras. It's another part of the company. They're trying to look for the Airblade. They want it back, so the best thing I can do to take out these cameras, I grab onto them, spin around them. When I release, the cameras smash up. You know, so there's a certain amount of those in the world. As you can see, as I'm completing these things, I'm getting extra time. So, you know, the better I am at playing the game, the more time I have playing it. It's a nice combination of a lot of genres that are around at the moment. It's not set too far in the future. You know, I think the only thing that doesn't really exist in the game world at the moment is the actual Airblade itself. You see that, you know, all the cars are pretty much contemporary. You know, I can kind of grab onto the back of them in the old Back to the Future style of things, but you know, they're kind of normal people walking around. It's a normal town centre, you know, hot dog stands and stuff. We definitely wanted to try and get that feeling of the Airblade being the only unique kind of futuristic thing in it, because I think there's a lot of futuristic games out there at the moment, you know, and kind of once in a while it's kind of nice to play something that's set now because you can relate to it a bit more. We've tried to kind of keep it so that there's only really one in the world. Obviously in the multiplayer modes of the game, we've got other people on hoverboards and Airblades and stuff turning up, but it's pretty much that this is the only one, you know, and everybody else wants to get it off you. But you probably get some idea of the scale of the city we're dealing with if I jump off this big building here. You know, it's a pretty big environment, it's quite complex. If you can see somewhere in the level, and you know, if I stop and have a look around, all of these buildings that I'm looking at here, you know, I can get up onto any of them if I want to. You know, I mean, those power cables that you can see, if I want to, I can grind along the top of those if I want to. Everything that looks like a pole or a grind surface or a ramp or anything, you can interact with any of it. You know, it's something we spent quite a long time developing, and it's something that's kind of, you know, you can pretty much do. Very early on we were looking at maybe basing the cities on real places, but you know, you don't get many cities these days with kind of half pipes and stuff in the corners and kind of huge sets of steps with very nice grind handrails down them. So we had to kind of make out what we wanted, and we've ended up with a place that's not really the UK, it's not really America, it's not really anywhere. We've got extra modes in the game. There's the story mode, which is the main focus, but there's also stunt attack, where you're just scoring stunt points. There's secret objectives as well, where you can, you know, you're asked to grind certain objectives in the world and kind of do certain things like smash up a certain amount of objects. You know, kind of the standard things that people who kind of play these games probably expect to have when they buy it. We've got a lot of multiplayer modes as well, which one of the ones that we're showing at the moment at the E3 demo is a ribbon tag mode, where you have the two players fighting to get hold of this ribbon, which is like a kind of police line, do not cross. The idea is that you play the game over 2 minutes, and whoever has the ribbon for the longest amount of time wins the game. What we've tried to do to balance that up is, as you've got the ribbon and you're riding around, the ribbon's gradually getting longer and longer behind you, so the player who's not got it, all they have to do is touch it to take it off you, so it balances itself up, and it's proved to be quite fun for people who've never played the game before, because it's such a simple game. They can understand it relatively easily, and they seem to be having quite a lot of fun with it. I think people will enjoy it.